If you've never bothered doing the elite Varrock tasks, I'm sure you've never been here. Through these double doors, quarantined behind a medieval airlock for some reason, is a portion of the lumberyard where you can train your woodcutting by shaping logs into planks. This here is old content, implemented over a decade ago in September of 2009. At the time of its release, in the same update that introduced choking ivy, it was touted as a mid to high level training method, meaning it had to be somewhat decent, right? All information I could find says it gives rates of about 80,000 experience per hour at level 80 and roughly 95,000 at 99. But it got me wondering, when was the last time this was actually tested? Now, maybe I'm making assumptions, but something tells me that this method was tested once back in 2009, then no one ever bothered checking in on it since then. Except today, 13 years later. I want to test this method for myself, get really sweaty with it, and see if it's actually any good, or if it's still just a measly 80,000 XP per hour. First, I highly doubt the Nature Sentinel outfit has any effect here, but it does inherit the Lumberjack outfit's small experience boost, so the final rates will take that into account. Second, I don't know if this fills up woodcutting urns, so we'll need to test that first before we get into the high-octane log sawing. If they don't work, I'll want to get them out of my inventory. Third, I won't be wielding an augmented item with the Wise perk because I want to get a base XP rate. Well, actually, that's not true. The truth is, I don't know how Jagex calculates percentage boosts, if they're additive or multiplicative. Frankly, I don't really understand what either of those mean to begin with, since every time I try to calculate XP on my own, when training on a main, I never get the right numbers on the other side. 10% from pulse cores, 10% from portables, clan avatar boosts, bonus XP, outfit boosts. It's a mess. The only XP boost we'll have is from the Lumberjack outfit. Fourthly, the crystal saw is a necessity here, the one from the gnome quest, not the one from the elves. It increases the amount of XP you get from cutting the logs into planks, doubling it actually. I don't know why, but using a crystal saw is more enlightening than using a regular saw. And finally, I don't have 99 woodcutting on my Iron Man. Since this method allegedly grants 80,000 at 80 and 95,000 at 99, if we assume the rate scales linearly, then our rate equation is the following. Thank you, Desmos. Y equals 789.474x plus 16,842.1, where y is the XP rate and x is the level. At 90, we'd expect 87,894 XP per hour. If it doesn't scale linearly, then I'm sure it'll be fine for what we're trying to figure out. I mean, it's not like I'm trying to reverse engineer the programming. With that out of the way, let's slip into the correct clothes. There we go. And in real life, I have myself a pen and a bunch of blank envelopes because the best discoveries are always made on the backs of envelopes. I want to make sure the story's entertaining when I inevitably win my Nobel Prize in virtual carpentry. Also, pretend this is a lab coat and not a bathrobe. It is a lab coat. So what do we have to do? It's simple, really. Grab a job from the job board over here and make the correct number of planks to fill that order. You do this by collecting logs from this log pile, loading them into the hopper over here, collecting the split logs from the bin at the end of the conveyor belt, and finally shaping the split logs on these workbenches. There are 6 different types of cuts, and as you cut the logs, the cart next to you fills up automatically with the planks you successfully produced. Some cuts can produce 2 planks in a single cut. For example, straight cut results in short and long planks. A tooth and groove cut results in, well, a tooth cut plank and a groove cut plank. Other cuts produce a single plank only, but sometimes you fail the cut, producing either one of the 2 planks or no planks at all. It depends on the difficulty of the cut. You don't get experience for the failed cut, but if the failed cut still manages to produce one of the planks, it still gets placed in the cart. Once you have enough planks, you can talk to the overseer and complete the order, receiving a reward of woodcutting experience. Before doing this, however, you should remove any excess planks from the cart and hold onto them for the next order. Extra planks yield no extra experience, but could be used to speed up your next job. With this method explained, it's time to get to testing. First, I'll check if this fills up woodcutting urns. It seems they do not. I assumed as much. That's fine. We just won't use urns. Now, my hypothesis is that the experience rate will be a touch higher than what's documented, mostly because I'm assuming the original tester did this around 2009, long before bladed dye was even conceived. Long before abilities were even conceived, come to think of it. I doubt it'll make a huge difference, but the extra few seconds saved running between the log pile and the conveyor bin may add up over the course of an hour. I spent 1 hour, 3 minutes, and 12 seconds completing 12 small jobs, earning a total of 95,957 experience. This works out to 91,098.42 experience per hour, roughly 7,996.42 experience per job. I spent 1 hour, 8 minutes, and 25 seconds completing 8 large jobs, earning 108,395 experience. This gives us a rate of 95,060.17 experience per hour, roughly 13,549.38 experience per job. So the experiment resulted in 7,166 more experience per hour than predicted, an increase of about 8.15%. Surely Bladed Dive alone didn't increase the XP rate by over 8%, so where did the extra XP come from? I'm thinking it has a lot to do with the lumberjack outfit. I don't think the original tester or testers used the lumberjack outfit, but why not? It's pretty trivial to get. Well, it wasn't always that way. In 2009, the only way to get the lumberjack outfit was via temple trekking, dropped by the undead lumberjacks that spawned during one of the events. That's still true today, I hear you say. Ah, but you see, temple trekking used to be, to put it delicately, total ass. Back then, your only option for killing vampires was a blessed sickle, a wolfbane dagger, or the rod of Evandus. Oh, and I guess you could use a Guthix balance potion, but those were, and still are, annoying to make. If you ran into ghasts, you'd better hope you brought a druid pouch with you because your companions ain't carrying one. Oh, what's the matter? Is your druid pouch empty? Guess you have to use your silver sickle to cast bloom on the rotting swamp logs. Huh? You're out of prayer points? Oh, that's a shame. Guess you gotta run away. The temple trekking you know and love today isn't what it used to be. It received a massive overhaul in August of 2011, changing up some of the events, modifying the companion AI, improving the reward system, and just making the overall experience more enjoyable. They also changed how the undead lumberjacks drop lumberjack outfit pieces. Much like today, you needed to repeatedly escort adventurers to and from Paterdomus, hoping you get lucky and stumble upon the Broken Bridge event. Once you saw the bridge, your eyes would light up, but no zombie would spawn. Ah, well, you failed a coin flip. There are 2 Broken Bridge events, and only one of them spawns zombies. Assuming zombies did spawn, you can keep killing them until they drop a piece of the lumberjack outfit. But once they do, they won't drop any more. You get 1 per event. Okay, so you get the event 4 times and you're good, right? Nope. You could get duplicates, and it was likely you would since the pieces didn't drop uniformly. The top was the least likely piece to drop, the boots the most likely. So you could be trekking for hours and hours and hours pushing through this absolute travesty of a minigame just to come out on the other side of it with a half dozen pair of boots, 3 sets of leggings, 4 hats, and not a single lumberjack top. And if by some miracle you did manage to get the entire outfit, you'd be enjoying only a 2.5% XP increase because that's what it was before they updated it many years later to 5%. So you'd be saving 2.5% XP from 1 to 99, which is about 300,000 experience total, which you can easily get by chopping willow logs for a few hours, and you'd probably save time. And look at this thread from Tippett. Remember Tippett? It's from 2007, and even back then, when we were all inefficient morons, we recognized that getting this outfit was an utter waste of time. What was this video about again? Oh, right, the sawmill. Yeah, I really doubt the original tester had the lumberjack set, so that's an extra 5%, and Bladed Dive probably made up the rest of the difference. Whatever the case may be, don't train this way. Chop Acadias or something. The sawmill sucks.